Hi, my name is Michael Lewis. I'm the CEO of Cryptic Studios. City of Heroes is a massively multiplayer online game featuring superheroes. You can create any kind of hero that you can imagine, fly, leap, super speed across the city, fight villains, stop crimes, and travel to other worlds. It's really a very open-ended kind of universe for people to run around and play in. You can create just about any kind of superhero in the game that you can imagine, from a flying, blasting character to a melee combat specialist to a stealthy infiltration type of character. There's really no limit to what kind of characters you can make. So the first thing that you do when you log into the game is you'll be talking to a contact, and a contact is really your guide to the city, so that you're never really lost. You've always got something to do. Now you can go off and do whatever you want, but as a new player, the contacts will serve to give you some direction as to where to go. They may send you out into the city to quell an uprising of the thugs in a certain city zone, or they may send you out into an abandoned warehouse that seems to be overrun by mysterious villains of some unknown origin. They may send you off on a mission to retrieve some kind of rare artifact, or to intercept a villain group who's going to steal an artifact. There's many missions that are handcrafted for the game, that send you off to a unique place and are part of really an overall larger story. So there's really two major kinds of rewards in the game. The number one kind of reward is called an enhancement, and this is something that lets you even further refine your powers. It lets you specialize your powers and tweak them to make them different from another player's power who may have chosen the same thing. So for example, you may decide that you want to be a ranged specialist, and so you can increase the range of all your powers by applying enhancements to them. A hero is really defined by his powers, and we want to empower players to be able to make the character that they want. Another kind of reward is called an inspiration, and these are really taken right from those between the panel moments of comic books, where a hero makes a dramatic recovery and continues to fight on, or against all odds, succeeds in bringing down the bad guy. And so an inspiration is a moment-to-moment kind of temporary power that will either boost your hit points, or increase your defense, or increase your accuracy, and basically letting the player choose when and where in his adventures he wants to really either recover from a big downturn in the events, or overwhelming forces, or maybe go up against something that he wouldn't normally be able to go up against. There's a large backstory to Paragon City. Every villain group is up to something. Every villain group has its own nefarious schemes that they're trying to carry out. Your character's origin, for example, how you got your powers, was it from a mystical artifact? Was it from a mutation? Is it a scientific accident? Are you just naturally more skilled than any human on the planet? Your origin will dictate where you enter the story of Paragon City. So if you've got a magical origin, you'll start off facing foes of a similar origin. But as you progress through your character's career, you'll find opportunities to steer your character's path. So you may decide that although you're fighting mystical and magical kinds of opponents, you may decide that you're really interested in what the Cray Corporation is up to. And so you may steer your character in that direction. So your origin will flavor how you get into the game, but as you progress, you'll be able to choose your path. Because we expect the game to appeal to a wider audience, hopefully, than just the hardcore gamers, we want the game to be able to be played in little chunks by people. If you've only got an hour to play or a half hour to play, you can log into the game, go to one of your contacts, who is effectively your guide to the city, and get a mission. And you can take that mission and you can do it by yourself, or if some of your friends are online, you can group up with them, or you can try to just find some random people to team up with. Now, team play is a lot of fun, but you don't have to do it. You can go on your missions by yourself. And in fact, there's so many missions in the game that you couldn't possibly go on all of them anyway. So you shouldn't be afraid to just jump in and do a mission on your own. Team play is very important to an online game. I mean, if you're not playing with a team, you could effectively be playing a single-player game. Now, it's not necessary to join a team, but it's just a lot more fun. So we're trying to make it easy for people to find a team. There's an in-game, looking for team kind of system where you can quickly see what players are nearby who are looking for a team that are kind of around your level, and make it really easy for you to just pick out a player and say, hey, do you want to be on my team? There's also another level of team. Once you've found a group of people that you like playing with, you can form a supergroup. And a supergroup is a more permanent arrangement. It lets you, in fact, pick a new costume, so that when you're in your supergroup mode, you can have a color-coordinated costume with your friends. It lets you quickly communicate and locate people on your supergroup. We're trying to extend the community experience outside the game as well, by having web pages for every character, by having web pages for every supergroup, by allowing players to find other players and teammates using the web. We think that it's really, really important to foster a sense of community and to let players find other players with similar interests, play styles, play times, and really experience the full multiplayer aspect of the game. The game is currently feature and content complete for launch. We're right now just working on our closed beta testing, and in fact, we've already started on our first update for the game, which will be released about 4 weeks after launch.